All right, everyone, I'm pretty much fairly done with cleaning the input shaft. I'm just waiting. I got all the parts for the most part. Right now, while I'm waiting, I'd utilize the time to clean the half, what is it? Clutch bell housing half of the transmission. And in the previous videos, a few videos back, I did a pressure wash at my local car wash. And of course, the pressure is not high enough to really get all the sludge and dirt buildup off. So what I ended up doing was utilizing the same stuff I use. This is good stuff, by the way. You just let it sit like I did in the previous video for a good bit, and then let the solution have time to loosen the grungy buildup, sludge, whatever. And then what I did was I took an acid brush to help facilitate removal. So this was heavily caked. I don't know if you guys saw that or in the previous video. And then brush it and then spray it to help loosen it. And then most of the dirt's down there, some, and then some of it settled on the bolt seating surface of the bell housing. So this is more so for aesthetics. I'd like to, the inside is pretty much clean. What I did, I don't know if you guys noticed, I put some wooden blocks. This is not so much an issue with the bell housing side because it's not a, it's not a critical mating surface, so to speak, as far as sealing liquid and whatnot. This side though, that's another issue. We'd want this to have a perfect, shiny, no gouge surface, for lack of a better word. And that's what the wooden block will serve. It'll serve as a sacrificial, how do I say it? Go-between, because this is even though this is like a soft sheet metal, that's aluminum. I wouldn't want to risk it, and with all the dirt that's on there, yeah. And the dirt that's gonna eventually go on the wood, I'm gonna clean it off anyway. And wood gives more than the steel when you compare it with the aluminum. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, that's my mindset of thinking behind it. You guys are probably saying, why don't you just replace, or why didn't you use the wooden block when it was time to clean the opposite end? Well, yeah, I'm gonna probably do that. I'm doing this as I go, and yeah, given the time that I've have to actually work on this stuff, it's little by little. So for now, maybe tonight when I get back, I will proceed with the cleaning. But this way, anyway, this is good stuff. I think it's and these guys aren't like sponsors or anything. I'm just off the shelf parts at my local automotive store. So, and yeah, just acid brush. I would prefer. I used to have years back a parts cleaning brush. It's a fatter brush. Bristles are like thicker or heavier than this. I think it was like a nylon versus this is kind of, it's your acid brush. The nylon has a little more bites, but compared to the other stuff, like see what's you got nylon, you got brass or bronze, whatever. Then you have your steel brush, and steel and aluminum. You guys don't know which is the strong. You guys already know which is the stronger of the two. I would rather use nylon versus the steel, especially on the mating surfaces. You don't want to. And I'm gonna clean these threads out, these where the bolts go in, so we get a accurate torque reading when we do the assembly. I will probably be utilizing what's called a bore brush, which you find on gun and rifle bore cleaners. This looks like a 40 or 50 caliber, 40, 50, 55, 45, 50. Anyway, you get the idea. I'm gonna run my brushes through that, and I'm either gonna go, let's see, should I go brass or should I go steel? I don't want to go overboard. Steel, maybe, we'll see. On the threads, you know, just to clean it out. And I'm not gonna go insane on that. Just enough to, you know, break loose some of the old sealant. I can see some right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me go in there, and then yeah, we'll go there. Or I may even end up chasing the threads with the bolt, depending on what I'm gonna have on hand when I do it. But yeah. So just an overview. So the other half, the differential half, is if you want to describe it, it's still over there. That needs to be cleaned too. So, all right.